everybody. First of all, I do want to thank you guys for 1,000 subs. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. I can't believe so many people watch me waste money and destroy this car. So, thank you to everyone. Second, I want to go back over the car and kind of give a rundown for everybody that's new here and that really doesn't know what's been going on with this car. I've gotten a lot of comments on like types of wheels and all that type of stuff. So I think it would be beneficial to kind of go over everything on this car. So that's what we're going to be doing today. All right, so let's jump into it. So on this car, it's a 2017 Ford Focus ST with an ST2 package, not 3, 2. Don't have the heated seats. Sad. So right now the car makes, I think, 442 wheel on fully 85, no blend. And I drive around mostly on a 93 map when I'm commuting to work, that type of stuff. It's just pretty safe, nothing crazy boost wise, and that made 390. And then I am working on a ethanol blend for maybe daily, but I don't really think I need it as of now, so I've kind of paused with the tuning process. Now, what's been done to the car? Obviously, we have the turb ski right here. This is a G25 550. Love the turbo. For a stock motor and a semi-built motor, for anything under 600 wheel, this is so great and so punchy. There's nothing better than it. I will vouch for it all day. So paired with that, I have the Comp 40 Turbo Smart wastegate. Beautiful wastegate. I love it. I've had zero problems with it. Bought it used off Facebook Marketplace, actually. So, yeah, it's been hanging on for dear life. And then I have my XDI Extreme fuel pump. That is paired with 2,000 cc injectors for fueling. And then, obviously, with all this happening, we need to vent all this crankcase pressure. And I've gotten a lot of comments about why I run dual breathers. And I'll edit a video clip in now what happens when you close and just vent with this here. So 3 breathers in total, 2 on the catch cans, 1 on the crankcase. I'll insert that video now. Might be the pulley. It's definitely in this area. You guys could look at it. That's the sound it makes. All right, yeah, that's pretty bad. So, and that's just pressure trying to escape the system. Horrible. Now we have the buff purge valve. If you guys don't know about Logan, I don't know what you're doing. Seriously, it's one of the best mods that you can do to your car. These things have notorious purge valve failures, and it's insane to me that people just keep buying OEM ones. These things are great. They flow a lot better. They last 10 times as long. It's great. You could even, if you wanted to, upgrade your filter so it lasts a little bit longer. But, I've had zero problems, and I've beaten the hell out of this car. I mean, I beat this thing to the ground. So, yeah. Logan, great guy. He owns Clayton Performance. He's been supplying me with, unfortunately, so many parts, and I've been spending too much money. But anyways, back on topic. The catch cans, yep, dual catch can setup is a must. I've been getting roasted for my short throw adjuster, the Cobb one, to get rid of it. I've had no problems with it. But I've just been getting killed about my plate. So I'm probably gonna upgrade that so I can stop getting roasted. Um, yep, I have like the charge piping, obviously, map tap, which you need to run true vacuum to your Turbski. I think that's about it. It's a stock motor. So, believe it or not, it's been doing this on a stock motor, and she's been living um, pretty happily. But yeah, Sidewinder talk. So, this right here, we're going back into the head. This, I actually recirculate into the exhaust. I don't do a hood dump. I don't do a screamer pipe. I want it to be as daily as possible. So that was a big thing. Is I love to drive. I don't like to drive super quick, super fast, super reckless. I just like to drive and cruise and hear cool noises. So the big part of this setup was working and trying to get it to work with a exhaust, which is very hard because it's a very cramped engine bay. But we did it. The exhaust setup I have is I can't even think of it right now. MBRP, full 3.5-inch exhaust all the way back. And the downpipe was a Megan Racing downpipe that we cut up and extended to fit this. So, yep, of course, running the defowlers. I have 0 check engine lights, no lights on the dash. It's mint. Okay, so I think that answers a lot of the questions up front of this car. And I have like semi-stock engine mounts, which I do need to upgrade, but I don't want to upgrade anything super stiff, just because I do drive this car like 5 to 6 days a week. So I really just don't want something super uncomfortable. This car drives pretty much like a normal big turbo car, so I want to keep it that way, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of crazy, but I just like driving. I like to be comfortable, and I will be putting heat in it. Right now, I have a heater core Elite. It has AC. Those are two separate things. But the heater core lines, they run down here, and they were running really close to my piping. But I'm gonna swap to AN, and I'm gonna run bigger, thicker lines down under to circulate heat, because I do want to drive this car even in the winter, believe it or not. So that's another thing on the list. And questions I got asked if I deleted the heat. Oh, and I also have a precision blow-off valve. Love precision. I don't like any of the focus specific blow-off valves. They kind of feel like the car's sneezing. So, yeah, I love precision. I've had it on all my boosted cars. So, that's what we're going with. And I think that's pretty much it for the engine bay and exhaust setup. I urge everybody to get a catless downpipe. It just helps with back pressure. I apologize for the wind. I'll try to edit this out as much as I can. But yeah, go catless downpipe. Don't crack your heads. Back pressure and crankcase pressure is the enemy of this car and of this motor. So yeah, that's how the car has lasted so long. I don't have a lot of torque. I prevent back pressure with my catless downpipe. And yeah, I don't kill the car on high gears. So, yes, that's how it survives. But yeah, I think that's it for the engine bay and exhaust. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I know people have asked about the strut bar. It's a massive strut bar. And we'll go over suspension in a minute. All right, let's jump into suspension. So I swap between 2 coilovers pretty frequently. If you guys have been around for a while, I've had BC's, Graveyard, and Racelands. So, right now I'm on Racelands just because I want that low look. They go lower than any other coilover I've had. It's the Ultimo's fucking helicopter. They can go, but I do have TB Performance all the way through the car, sway bars, end links, traction bar, everything is TB Performance from the front back. All the bushings are changed. It's beautiful. It rides very nice. It could ride better if I was on better coilovers, and it has, but I just want to be low for this time. I switch so much. I switch my ride height, my wheel setup, everything so fucking often, and I know it's difficult to keep up with, but I swap so much. Now, paired with all the suspension, I went with big brakes in the front. I have the RS conversion, Brembos. I did a video on it, and with the calipers. So, yes, it worth it 100%. There's nothing better. I mean, it was night and day difference. Okay, I do not on the rear have. I still have the stock ST, which I am keeping. I just don't feel like you need it. Paired with that, I have the massive strut bar in the rear with my fire extinguisher. Always run a fire extinguisher if you have a modified car. I don't put it somewhere subtle, put it in the fucking car. You have to. So yeah, a lot of people were asking where I relocated my battery. It is right here, and it is performing amazing. I have a beautiful tray and a tie down. Everything is so beautifully done. Like this is beautiful. I feel like I don't talk about this enough. It's beautiful. I love everything about it. So yes, look at this thing.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
No issues. But yeah, that's it for the suspension. I mean, it's pretty much all done. Just so I could fit my tires. So right now, I get a lot of questions about my wheels. They're GMR R5 forged wheels. Beautiful set of wheels. I love them. They're light. 5x108, yes, they're hub centric. Paid extra for that. I'm wrapped in 225, 40, 18 tires with a 92 width. They are thick. They are beefy. I rub. Yes, I rub. More in the back than I do the front, but I do rub. Not a lot, but a little bit. But it's worth it. I have extreme grip. I love them. And that's all the way around the car. All right, so that's suspension. Let's go over cosmetics now. All right, jumping inside. We have this beautiful carbon wheel I got from Alibaba 3 years ago. It's beautiful. I love it. It hasn't faded, ripped, nothing. That was like $300. So, love that. It's beautiful. Just my cob mount. Stock shifter, stock ST2 seats, because stop buying NRG Prismas and putting them in your fucking ST if you have an ST2 or ST3. Keep your stock Recaros. I go to the track with these. They work fucking wonderful. Unless you're like competing and you actually need a seat, stop. If you're just street driving the car, stop. Keep your fucking seats, my God. I have my pedal riser. I did a video on that. The absolute best mod for your money, I think. It's like 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I have my beautiful dash. Look at this thing, dude. It's the Kaiser dash. I don't know if it's picking it up right, but like, look at that, dude. Oh my God, look how sick that fucking is. Are you kidding me? I love this mod. This is beautiful. Of course, access port. But yeah, other than that, it's stock interior. I don't really think that you need anything else. Truly. I really don't. But yeah, that's pretty much a walk around of the car. I'll add some sound clips and stuff like that at the end of the video so you guys can hear what this thing fucking sounds like. And what I didn't mention is I still have my 3-piece wheels for this car, which is why I put it on the Racelands. So when I rebuild these, I could get a little stancy look, or maybe go air ride. I don't know. You tell me what colorway. I'm thinking gold around, hardware around, keeping the triple chrome for now. My gel cap, I want to go white with a chrome, and then color this and paint this white. But you guys, let me know. I got to get rid of these tires. They're 215, 40, 18, 89 width. They're too small. They came on the wheels when I bought them, but they're the same setup that I'm running out there. So they are the Firestones. They're pretty good. They give great traction. Ew, it's a stink bug. Golly, I need to bring these in. They're the Firehawk Indy 500s. Great tires. I run them on the front, but I just run them bigger. Pretty affordable. But yeah, I'll add some sound clips. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for 1,000 subs and all the views. And if you're not subbed and you like the car, or even if you hate the car, go ahead and drop a sub. I would really appreciate it. But I appreciate every one of you guys. And enjoy the sound clips. I'll see you guys in the next one.